Step 8 to starting a new business is to find an accountant and become a legal entity. Realize that when you're starting your business, you're going to have a lot of questions, particularly relating to accounting, bookkeeping, and taxes, and these questions should be asked to a CPA, a Certified Public Accountant. What you want to do is find a local CPA in your area who you can work with as far as answering any questions you have and balancing your books at the end of each year. An accountant also, again, is great for helping you pay any taxes that you might owe. And depending on the type of business you're starting, you're going to have all types of taxes that need to be paid to many different people, and it can be a bit confusing and intimidating. So an accountant can really help you understand where your tax liability is and how to actually make the payments on time in the correct amounts. Otherwise, the IRS will come after you for much more than you actually owed. Also, an accountant can help you establish your new business by helping you file any necessary paperwork when it comes to starting your business name, getting your tax ID, and any other license that you might actually need. A small business attorney can also help you with actually setting up your new business, but typically a small business attorney is more necessary if you're starting an actual partnership or corporation in which there's multiple owners and it all needs to be written out legally. When your accountant is helping you start your new entity, you have to decide what type of business name and legal protection you're going to have. Are you going to have a DBA, an LLC, or a corporation? This is where it all starts, is filing the legal name of the business. And again, it's going to be a DBA, LLC, or corporation when you file. And you're going to do this through your Secretary of State office through your actual state. Once you've actually gotten your name, which again takes around 2 or so weeks, you then can actually obtain what is called a tax ID, also known as an EIN number. A tax ID is essentially the business's social security number. You get this through the irs.gov and it is 100% free, and best of all, you get the number immediately. Once you have the tax ID, you can then actually look at obtaining a business bank account and obtaining any other license that you might need. Most businesses are going to need some type of vendor's license. A vendor's license pretty much says we are going to make sales in this area, typically at a physical location, or you can have what's called a transit vendor's license, which allows you to make sales all throughout your state. Most of the time, you need a vendor's license for each state that you're actually going to be making sales out of if you are physically there. If you're using the internet to make sales, you really only need a vendor's license for your state, and you owe sales tax for sales made within your state. Again, you're going to have a lot of questions when you're trying to start your legal entity, and having a good CPA to help answer any questions that you have and make sure you're balancing your books and paying your taxes correctly will go a long way to make sure that your business is successful. If you have any questions on how to find an accountant and become a legal entity, please do not hesitate contacting us. Thank you.